Okay, so another deathmatch Green Arabia. Just thought I'd take you through a recent game that I played against KOD. Don't know what KOD stands for. I think it's probably something like Killers of Death or something. I don't know. These names are great. Um, so what this is, it's KOD versus. I play with these guys quite often. You may recognise a few names from here. Um, what it was is a mirrored Civs game, so it's Koreans, which is me, the Persians, um, and the Chinese, obviously, and then mirrored, so the Koreans are there, Chinese, and then I'm up against the Persian. As you can see already from the start, is interesting placements for this map. I notice a lot of the times you're up against the sides as such, so it gives you sort of like and always a contentious spot to fight for your market corners. I'm very close to blue here, which if I was the Chinese would have been great fun, but unfortunately I'm the Korean, so they're a bit slower at starting. I'm up against the Persians, which is generally good for the Koreans. Korean are up against the Chinese, which is not great for the Chinese over the long term. And again, the pocket here is the Chinese, which is very good. They start with their ridiculous amount of villagers at the start, which gives them a great advantage, particularly in the pocket. Persians in the pocket can be useful because it allows you to protect your food, but they can be a bit slow going. So this was a fun game. We played many with KOD, and because they're a sort of a formed team, they generally play very well and beat us quite quickly. A few of those were my fault, to be honest, but anyway, we'll go through the game now as we watch it develop. I'm with the Koreans. Actually made a mistake at my start here. As you can see, I was a bit slow in getting my scout off. So one of the things that I've been trying to implement, resulting from a lot of these playbacks, is trying to protect my villagers in the rush. Now the rush wasn't really particularly hard here from the Persians. They generally prefer to boom. But as you can see, as he targets my villager with the scout here, what I used to do is to get him, the lag, into your town centre, which then drags the scout to attack your town centre. I'm not sure why I didn't fire at him actually. Anyway, so unfortunately what I didn't do while I was trying to defend against the scout, he notices this at some point, but at this point I've managed to get my barracks up and I'm able to actually attack him. Unfortunately in doing that I wasn't able to control my own scout and he managed to get that down. But as you can see, I've got my barracks up already. I've got 5. I actually housed myself here, unfortunately. This guy should have gone on houses much quicker. Looking at other areas, it's coming across as Chinese. It's a nice, very tight and pretty standard Persian start there. It's very nice actually, that. So he's making a paladin rush at me here, but I've gone heavy help at the start to try and prevent that. Another thing as well, just trying to protect my villagers here, blocking him from coming in. Wow. So as you can see, pocket play here from purple. This is, I thought I went for food very early, but this is incredibly early. He's obviously looking to sling the Persian here, I think. Pretty effective rush coming in there. Done the necessary. Always useful tactic doing this, building the walls around here, particularly against the Civ that comes in heavy with cavalry or eagle warriors. Protect you from raids. Once you get that castle up, people are generally dissuaded. He's managed to do a good job there of repelling this rush. The support from purple will help him out. Purple's doing a very sort of condensed start for the Chinese there. As you can see, he hasn't got a castle up yet. He's focusing more on getting his economy going. I think this plays out later on in the game, as you can see that he's going to sling the Persian along. So I don't normally do this with the halberdier rush. It's not typical, but I noticed as we're so close together, I knew he was going to go for a cavalry start, so they don't get the champion. But this is sort of quite cost effective for me to get in here and try and take down some of the early cavalry units. Whilst I push out with the patented Korean Deathball. I made a critical error in this game, which eventually led to how you see it play out, in that I neglected to manage my wood efficiently. It's quite a nice start, really, quite a nice position. And that's something that I'll need to keep an eye on next time I play, is the Koreans. As you can see here, just looking at my fog of war, I'm feeling quite confident at this moment in time because I'm getting these halberdiers in. I don't know these castles particularly all here. As you can see, red's coming in the back. Very expensive for blue this. These elephants are much better when massed. At this time I'm able to get them on the end of my halberdiers and take them down relatively cost effectively there. Blue is in trouble at this moment in time. Hasn't had a chance to boom out his elephants as he'd like. Quite a lot of idle villagers. He's expanding down here. As you can see, 15 wood. I've made a critical error. I can now build no more buildings because I've spent it all on wood. So at this point, strong position. If I'd have mixed up and produced less siege onagers here, as you can see, I'm quite full out, 12 in that building, which is ridiculous. I haven't queued that wall working either. A few mistakes there that eventually led to some issues. I'm holding it and hitting it very well here. What I would have done had I had more wood is I would have used this castle to pull out the trebs, set up the treb position here, started taking out these castles before you can start attacking these elephants. But I think purple's identified the threat now. As you can see, he's low on his gold. So he's queuing his elephants up. Me moaning about not having my wood. Completely my fault. I've got to apologise to Furious. They all played very well in this, apart from I don't know, I'm doing alright here. One thing I did notice was how effective the onagers are actually against the elephants, which I hadn't thought of before that point. But if you can hold them on your pikes and smash them with your onagers, you can kind of do quite a good defence there, as you'll see in a minute. Scorpions against the Koreans is not the best idea, really. I'm just using this gold here to try and hide behind. As you can see, what I've done is I've over-onagered the onager. Blue is still in trouble. He's obviously starting to produce his elephants now, but lack of gold. On there, I'm restricting. Just sort of slowly moving out here. Haven't got any wood yet. No, that's a mistake I made. As you can see, I'm struggling now a bit because blue's started to push out newer. Against the Chinese, it becomes difficult to defend against the Koreans when you're the Chinese. I've known this from experience. Their start is great, Chokanus are great. Unfortunately, the onagers can be quite horrible. As you can see, I've got a whole load of onagers here and nothing to do with them. Pretty rubbish, to be honest. I should have maybe cancelled those onagers. As you can see now, Lifestyle has got a pretty healthy economy going. He's able to sling blue now. As you can see here with these onagers, the effect that they can have on the elephants is pretty impressive. It's very satisfying doing that. Trying to draw him in there onto my halberdiers. There's a bit of HD lag going on there. Annoying. Need to fix it. see. So I did a very good job of baiting the Korean as much as possible. Try and slow him down. Just run out of halberdiers at this point. Probably not there to protect against the coming elephant storm. Broken through me there. Hate that noise. Starting to push. As you can see, I'm still struggling for wood. That was a large oversight on my part. Very close run at this point though. If I'd have been able to repel this, I think it would have been a game for them. Unfortunately, he just managed to boom out at me better than I could defend. Not got a great deal of infrastructure going at the moment for a Persian, but I think Rapid is covering that, which was good team play. So he's got a significant amount of farms going there. And they're getting their trade going, which I haven't been able to do. I did make an attempt to get my markets over here, but this is where Blue decided to farm. rebels now pushing through the middle. Which, unfortunately, we weren't able to claim. It's a strange sort of alignment of the civs here, and that sort of red very much shielded here. There's no real pocket there, which we needed to open up out here. It's my fault, really. I should have expanded out to here. Not the most ideal arrangement used to deal with rams there. Starting to struggle here now. Wow, 20,000 wood. That's amazing. Why has he got so much wood? Why is he not just selling that? That's mental. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, the Chinese are really not equipped to deal with this kind of attack. I'm surprised he's not using the war wagons. Yeah, not an ideal situation though, you can't really counter that too effectively. Yeah, this enemy push is pretty much endgame. See, purple is now tower rushing into my farms, science farms. Try my best to slow him down. Successful. Just to pause it quickly to show you, they've got a very good coverage and spread here. It's good food going on. Blue could maybe do with a few more farms, but he's doing fine there. Purple's supporting him. Neo's got a great economy. He's normally quite good at that. Slowly pushing forward with the towers. The front isn't looking too great for us at the moment. See? Yeah. That's the end of that chapter.